Tampa Spartans. An attacker from Summit, New Jersey, number 3.
Scoreboard, like when you move it over here and put the scoreboard up,
Attack.
and it'll pick up like
Morristown,
period,
New
time, and all
Jersey.
that.
Number 8.
The problem
Ryan
is
Wright.
it's not. I gotta change the team names. So
1-2, 1-2.
From Baltimore. Number 18,
1-2, 1-2.
Owen White. At midfield, from Rolling Hills Estates, California, number 20, Scott Phillips. At midfield, from Berlin, Maryland, number 24, Ross Dickerson. And at midfield, from Portland, Florida, number 28, Christian Brodiak.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, from the University of Tampa. Welcome. This is the first ever meeting between the University of Tampa Spartans and the Adelphi University Panthers. Men's lacrosse matchup, marquee matchup. Neither team has lost thus far. St. Rose, the Golden Knights. And we are away. St. Rose, the Golden Knights on defense. They'll be taking on this top-notch, high-octane Spartan offense led by head coach Rory Whipple. And face-off specialist Ross Dickerson leads the nation with an 8.24 winning percentage. Spartans pushing it downfield as Brian Wright leading the charge. Acrobatic shot. Deflected. Nice save there by Jackson Day. Let's take a look at our goaltenders. Ryan Fleming, freshman from Saratoga Springs, is in net for the Golden Knights. He'll be countered by Alexander Starr. So we have a freshman and a senior in net. Both New York natives. Starr from Pittsfield. First flag of the day is out. 13:45 to go in the opening period. Brian Wright working the X. The hop step. Nifty move. Uses the screen from Luke McEnany. Loose ball collected by the Golden Knights. Officials for this afternoon's ball game: Chris Vahey, Stephen Faufautis, and Tony Collette. Our game time weather presented by Team 1 Sports. Currently 63 degrees and cloudy, 15-mile-per-hour winds from the east.
So if you drag it over here, it's going to show it down here, but this is what's going out. So that's what people are seeing. I need someone on the camera.
A 1-minute slash on Dominic Miola, the sophomore from Amsterdam, New York, guilty of the penalty. Spartans 40 seconds to work, and they turn it over. Golden Knights collect the takeaway. We've played 2 minutes, nothing doing thus far. Again, Connor Moore, thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. TampaSpartans.tv. Jim Morrissey, head coach for St. Rose. The Spartans defeated Adelphi, top 10 matchup in their last time out, 13-6. And this is a Tampa offense. They're legitimate, ladies and gentlemen. 16 goals per game, only giving up 6.8 goals. That's 7th in the nation. And right now, defensively, bearing down, head on a swivel, spin move, flashy play from Charlie Bolesh. 12:02 in the opening period, 20 on the shot clock for the Panthers. Looking to get on the scoreboard. Greg Walsh was battling the shot clock, and how about that? An 80-second shot clock violation. The Tampa Spartans in half-field defense locking down. They force the turnover, and let's see what they do. Slowing it up, it's Brian Wright. Substitution, Stefano Mastro on the field. Sloppy play thus far by both sides in the first 3.5 minutes. Defense, the name of the game thus far. Despite not having played each other, these two teams do have a common opponent in the early going of the season. That's the Moccasins of Florida Southern. The Spartans defeated Florida Southern 13-5. That was back on February 22nd. As for St. Rose, they defeated Florida Southern this past Wednesday 15-9. St. Rose also beat Post 18-10, and they went to overtime and took down St. Michael's. Spartans 3-0 at home this season. 80 goals, 51 assists. They're shooting a 33% clip from the field. As they slow it down, Brian Wright using the McEnany screen. Full head of steam, shot ricocheted. Prolific stop by the goaltender. And yet another save. Play slows down at midfield. Golden Knights cross the timeline. Hop step 1-2 move from John Laughlin. Now it's Kyle Mioli looking for a cutter. Finds one. It's an open John Laughlin. The two-play catch before Drew Carpino collects it. He's challenged by the Spartans' prolific defender as Christian Boderick. Shot clock winding down, 15 for St. Rose to shoot. Greg Walsh unable to collect that pass from Laughlin. 8 to go. Late clock looking for the quick hitter. They are running out of time, and this will be a turnover for the Golden Knights. How about that? Superior defense by the Spartans. As you'll see on your screen, the scoreboard now up and running. Should be good to go. 8.5 to go on a gorgeous day in downtown Tampa, Florida. Collecting for the Spartans. Moving it side to side. It's Cole Whitman ahead to Mastro. Dominant team, one of the better teams Roy Whipple has had in recent years. Shot sails left, backing it up, Harry Kilkowski. 36 to go on the shot clock. We're south of 8 minutes in the first period. Kilkowski guarded by Cronus. He finds an open Cole Whitman working the left side. Colin White with it. Fluent ball movement. Owen Miller, the slap shot, sails right. The southpaw had an open lane from the left wing, unable to find the back of the net. Wide open cutter goal, Spartans. Fantastic cut. Beautiful pass. Grip it and rip it, Owen Miller, the first goal of the game. Owen Miller, the sophomore from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, cuts down the middle. At the 7:27 mark, Spartans strike first.
Miller from White, Tampa leads.
In future years, I would like to get that sheet up here for everything. And we could say it's 11 season. I don't know where Colt's in there.
Let's recap the first 8+ minutes. Colin White to Owen Miller just moments ago has been the story of the game. 1-0 Spartans. Alexander Starr has not seen a shot attempt from the Golden Knights. Kilkowski thought about it. Now passes ahead. Colin White will look for an open Charlie Bolesh. Instead finds Luke Curran. Full head of steam, working the tightrope. And another goal for the Spartans. Back-to-back plays, and after being held in check, Richie Holly, the grad student from Saddle River, New Jersey, strikes again. And let's watch it one more time, ladies and gentlemen, on TampaSpartans.tv.
And the goal scored by number 2, Richie Holly. Holly, unassisted. Tampa leads 2-0.
So now we have another face-off in the circle. 6:10 to go. And Ross Dickerson does what Ross Dickerson does best, and that's win face-offs. Job well done. 6 to go. Spartans supporting a 2-0 lead. Here we go with the ball. Luke McEnany working the left wing. Finds an open cutter behind the net. It's Brian Wright working middle. Open. Miller for the goal. 3-0 Spartans, and just like that, this one has blossomed wide open. Luke McEnany from Brian Wright. 1-2. 5:29 to go. McEnany with the third goal of the game for the Spartans. Give credit to their work defensively, as St. Rose has not been able to do much when they have crossed midfield. And yet again, Ross Dickerson wins his 5th faceoff in as many tries. So the Spartans with 55 on the shot clock moving downfield. Miller. Crossfield. Mastro. Shot clock will reset. Looking ahead, the Spartans will continue their homestand. They'll take on Mount Olive, Emmanuel, and Colorado Mesa, their next 3 games, all at home. Nifty shot that time, unable to find the back of the net was Miller. The fluent ball movement has allowed Tampa to get in a rhythm here these last 3 or 4 minutes. Shot sails high, out of play, backing it up there, McEnany. Because the first 6 minutes of this game, nobody was able to do anything. And then the next several minutes, the Spartans amped it up offensively. Miller scored at the 7:27 mark. And then Holly and McEnany, with goals in their own right, got us where we are. It's Brian Wright, shake and bake. Looking to make it happen himself. Now to Furs, open teammate. With it there is Kilkowski. Pick and roll, back to Wright. The slap shot, airmails it. Kilkowski backing it up, 17 to shoot. So Kilkowski steps into play. Late clock. One-on-one battle. He's met by Reed Cronus. Shot clock winding down. Colin White had a look. But a terrific takeaway from James Murphy, the senior defenseman from Eastport, as the Golden Knights deep in their own territory. On ball defense. Scott Phillips, the takeaway. Creating havoc are the Spartans. St. Rose rattled by this outstanding top 5 defense. 3 minutes to go. Once again, the Golden Knights moving it, this time across the midfield. This is a team led by Jordan Marciano and Kyle Mioli. Both have 7 goals in the 3 games combined this year, and we have not said their name once thus far, as they have been limited here in this first period, largely in part to Ross Dickerson, who has been dynamic in the face-off circle. Here come the Golden Knights. 30 on the shot clock. There's Marciano, the senior from Lafayette. And a quality look. First taste of action for Alexander Starr. He stands tall. And here come the Spartans in Golden Knight territory. With it is Owen Matukis, the sophomore from Syracuse. Defers ahead to Jake Mosher McGraw. .145 left in the opening period. Let's see, McEnany open cutter, but how about that top-notch save? Ryan Fleming, the freshman goaltender, putting the team on his back, but the Spartans still knocking on the door. Brian Wright to Colin White. Full head of steam. With it now, Shane Hanlon. Here we go. LaPointe delivers, and then some. McEnany one more time from LaPointe, and the Spartans in good shape here. 4-0, 1:11 to go. Let's watch it one more time. Hanlon defers. McEnany from downtown, upper right corner. Book it. 4-0 Spartans.
McEnany. With an assist credited to number 6, Shane Hanlon. McEnany from Hanlon. Tampa leads 4-0.
So right now, if you're a Spartan fan, have to be pleased. They've won all 4, make it 5 face-offs as Ross Dickerson continues his dominance in the circle. And how about this comparison? 15 shots to 3 for Tampa over St. Rose right now, and 6-1 on net, as Starr accumulated the 1 save via the 1 shot he faced. As for Fleming, he's been busy. He's got 1 save on the 6 shots on net. Tampa can take the final shot of the period if they elect to do so. It's Brian Wright with it on the perimeter. Sagging man-to-man defense by the Golden Knights. It's Cameron Knox applying the pressure, joined by Dominic Miola. 15 for Brian Wright. He uses the Holly screen. Razzle-dazzle Brian Wright. Time to make it happen. 7 to go. Sweep shot. Backing it up, Holly, with just under 5 seconds to shoot. Richie Holly looking to make it happen, and that will conclude the first period of play. Spartans lead the Golden Knights 4-0. We'll be back on TampaSpartans.tv in just a moment. Let's watch this replay one last time.
4, St. Rose 0.
So that concludes the first 15 minutes of play. St. Rose still looking to get on the scoreboard. Tampa continuing their top-notch defense. Let's get a quick word from the Sunshine State Conference.
For 42 minutes, he's been trying to bring an entire stadium to its feet.
You missed it, buddy.
Why does he do it? For glory? Notoriety? We don't know. Frankly, we don't need to know. But much like this hero, Courtyard is all about the game.
1, 2, 3. Hey, there's my guy. Yes. Go. Snacks? Yeah, man. Eat it up, and we're gonna burn it off doing the wave.
Welcome back to the University of Tampa. Connor Moore. Thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Entertaining first 15 minutes of play. We saw the opening 7 minutes, a defensive battle. Neither offense was able to get anything going, and that stayed true for one side. That was St. Rose, as they were unable to do anything in that first period on the offensive end, whereas the Spartans, it was two separate segments there. They started the beginning of the period slow before pouring it on and dropping 4 goals behind Mr. Fleming, freshman goaltender for the Golden Knights, and largely in part to Ross Dickerson, who's back out there looking to win his 6th face-off. Let's see. He makes quick work yet again, defeating Logan Souza. You'll notice this is a very young St. Rose team. A lot of freshmen, several sophomores. Team building for the future. But again, they're 3-0 right now, and they have a lot of promise in the present. Let's see what the Spartans can do in their opening possession here in the second period. Working it side to side. Shane Hanlon playing catch with Colin White. Reed Cronus with the hack. Spartans with their 4th turnover thus far. We'll see a trap on display by the Spartans midfield. A flurry of players. Risky pass, but Mioli able to corral it, but not before big time hit. Leveled out by Sam Collingwood. Full head of steam for Cabry Hildman, Liverpool native. Jim Morrissey, can tell, made several adjustments following the first period, trying to spark this Golden Knight offense. Easier said than done. Ground ball collected by Matthew Badeau, as McEnany gives it right back. Crossing the timeline with it is Cronus. No-look feed, Greg Walsh, challenged by Collingwood. Head on a swivel defense. Jack Pemrick ahead. John Laughlin coughs it up. Turnover for St. Rose. And that's been a theme of the day thus far. Head on a swivel, fundamental defense by the Spartans. Nick Perrott, long stick midi. Sweeper keeper Alexander Starr well out of his cage. Rory Whipple will elect to slow it down. Series of substitutions for the Spartans. Possessing it is Cole Whitman. Was looking for Colin White. Made a risky pass, and as a result, it will be a turnover. Take away Ryan Fleming. Miola finds Cronus. Kilkowski all over Cronus, forcing the turnover. And the midfielders right now for St. Rose look lost. They are not making decisive reads and progressions when they're challenged in transition. Spartans winning this battle. Ground ball, James Murphy there. 11.5 to go in the first half of play. On a beautiful day in downtown Tampa, Florida. Glad to have you with us. Double team. Able to release it is Miola. Backing up Ryan Malone. Drew Melendez finds Eddie Baker. Drew Carpino from the left wing. A one-on-one matchup against Steven Mastra. Here comes the double team from Collingwood. Golden Knights recognize it. Find the X. Starr with the save. As that one ricochets out of play. It's a foot race. And how about that hustle by the Spartans? Well done. That is terrific hustle by Nick Perrott as he was in a foot race with Jordan Marciano. He wins the loose ball. It's Kilkowski as two Spartans enter. It's Moshe McGraw as well as McEnany. And Shane Hanlon running onto the field late. Smart decision by the Tampa offense regrouping. We're south of 10 minutes to play. Brian Wright in the open field. Slap shot by Hanlon. Nothing doing. Again, this is a Tampa team. They've won 5 SSC championships. They produced 21 All-Americans. And knocking on the door, Harry Kilkowski from Colin White. Grip it and rip it, 5-0 Spartans at the 9:30 mark. Ball movement on display. Unselfish nature of this Tampa team, swinging it side to side. And nothing you can do if you're the Golden Knights when the ball is being moved like that. Thing of beauty.
Tampa goal scored by number 3, Harry Kilkowski. Assist awarded to number 18, Colin White. Kilkowski from White. Scores now Tampa 5, St. Rose nothing.
Golden Knights win the face-off, but turn it over just as quickly. Spartans cross the timeline in transition. Give a quick shout-out to the Tampa Beach Volleyball team for completing their one-day Battle of the Bay over at Eckerd College. The team starts 7-3, which is the best start through a 10-game opening in program history. So shout out Jeff Lamb and the beach volleyball program as the Spartans yet again knocking on the door. Mention how this team averages 16 goals per game. They pour it on when they're going, and I'll tell you, thus far, Tampa showing reminiscence of what they did through the first 5 games thus far in the 6th. Terrific save by Ryan Fleming on the laser shot from right. But this is the area of the field where the Golden Knights have been lost. Able to cross midfield in Spartan territory. And against the traditional defense, they've been all right. But give credit as the sneaky Spartan defense has slid the double team from the weak side. And when that double team has come about, the Golden Knights have been unable to make that extra pass thus far, largely in part to why they have 7 turnovers on the day. Working the X, it's Marciano. He has been quiet thus far, as has Mioli. Mentioned both enter this game with 7 goals on the season for the Golden Knights. Five seconds on the shot clock. Looking for anything right now. Marciano, he's going to have to make a play. And yet again, another empty possession for St. Rose. A lot of head scratching on that sideline. They have no answer for for this Tampa defense that has come to play on this Saturday afternoon. Fleming has faced 8 shots on net of the 20 delivered by the Spartans. He's saved 3 of those. Starr has saved the lone shot he's seen. One area the Spartans will look to fix as we are 6.5 minutes from the intermission is the 9 turnovers. That is relatively high for this team that values the ball as much as they do. But their defense has certainly made up for that. Wise decision. It's Richie Holly slowing it down. 6:10 to go in the first half. The Golden Knights continue to play the sagging man-to-man that they have throughout the duration of this first half.
So I switched it to Fox to see how they were talking about what Trump was doing. They were talking about Hillary Clinton in 2012. I was like, come on.
Kielkowski, the shot, airmails it, backing it up. Colin White. 29 on the shot clock, 5:40 on the game clock. Holly on over to Curran. Full head of steam working down the left side. Charlie Bolesh to Curran. Hanlon juggles it, unable to corral it, and it's a turnover, the 10th of the game for the Spartans. And despite the woes offensively for St. Rose, they can hang their hat on the defensive end because this could be an 8-9-0 game right now, so they're definitely fortunate it's only 5-0 with 5 to go in the first half. But if they want to hang around this game much longer, they'll need to find some answer offensively. Loose ball collected by Holly. Spartans have numbers marching down the field. Here we go. Favorable fast break. Continuity passing and a heads-up decision by White allows Whipple to substitute. Wright looking for a cutter. Back on the field is Moshe McGraw, as is McEnany. Zone read from St. Rose. It's a new look. Spartans setting up their offense. Under 4 to play. Kielkowski to Hanlon. Brian Wright slings it out of play as White backs him up. 25 to shoot. Spartans looking to tack on another goal to their 5-0 lead. Pick and roll action. McEnany to White. Book it. 6-0 Spartans. The extra pass to perfection. Grip it and rip it. Colin White. And let's watch it one more time, ladies and gentlemen, on TampaSpartans.tv. McEnany to Hanlon to White. And it's a scoring parade right now for the Spartans. Ever since that 7:27 mark in the first period, this team has shifted into new gears and has looked a lot more alert offensively as the defense has stood tall this entire first half. We'll have a timeout by Jim Morrissey. Spartans lead 6-0. We'll take a quick break here on TampaSpartans.tv. Get a quick word from Krispy Kreme. They're serving hot donuts now.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
If you're not on that side and your name's not...
What do you get when you take your favorite food and stuff it inside a pocket of homemade dough? Cooked perfectly until golden brown. It's a mouth-watering empanada from Mr. Empanada. No one makes a better empanada. Take Ted Webb's word for it.
Almost as good as my mom used to make.
Check out our website for a location near you, MrEmpanada.com.
Welcome back to the University of Tampa. Thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Connor Moore, glad to have you with us. It's a 6-0 Spartan lead over the Golden Knights. Let's take a quick moment to recap how we got there. The first goal of the game was an Owen Miller goal from Colin White. Then Richie Holly scored unassisted. Back-to-back goals for Luke McEnany via Brian Wright and Shane Hanlon assists before Harry Kilkowski scored on the White dish, and then White scored for McEnany. So with those 6 goals, along with a masterful defensive performance thus far, Spartans cruising in the first ever matchup between the Golden Knights and Spartans. Loose ball, Brian Wright retrieves it. He's got 40 seconds on the shot clock. Moving it downfield, looking to draw into a metamorphosis of Golden Knights, able to break away with it. Hanlon, able to find an open cutter, swing shot, stopped by Fleming. Quality look, Kilkowski, as White backs it up. Late clock, 12 to shoot. And a whistle goes against the Spartans. We have a 2-minute drill for St. Rose. If your head coach, Jim Morrissey, would love to get the Golden Knights on the board before the intermission. But the number 4 team in the nation has thus far kept the Golden Knights to a goose egg on the scoreboard. 1:50 to go. Open Marciano. That was the look. If he was able to catch that cleanly, that was the look that the Golden Knights were looking for. Your perennial senior attacker cutting down the right lane. Spartans fortunate, nonetheless. Kilkowski, the shot, that hit iron. And off the crossbar with it. Marching downfield, Zachary Deacon finds Eddie Baker. Eddie Baker is met by Nick Perrott, and that will be a whistle against Perrott.
Oh, yeah, that was really funny.
Delivered the high check, and we will have a timeout on the field. It will be a timeout by Roy Whipple and company. 73 seconds left in the first half. 6-0 Spartans on TampaSpartans.tv.
At Jimmy John's, we're freaks about best-in-class ingredients. So it's no wonder we announced our new 9-grain wheat sub in the middle of a wheat field. When you've got news this big, it's not enough to just add it to the menu. Where's the freak yeah in that? To celebrate a new sandwich with a taste so inspired, we introduced it in the place that inspired it. The new Jimmy John's 9-grain wheat sub, now available at a Jimmy John's much, much, much closer to here. Wheat yeah, freak yeah.
Nowadays, more and more people are on the go. We are all busy with work and family. Clean Eats has a solution. At every Clean Eats location, we have grab-and-go coolers that are packed full of freshly made breakfast, lunch, and dinner meals. Whether you are a soccer mom, business person, athlete, or just someone that does not have time to prepare your own meals, Clean Eats has you covered. Our grab-and-go cooler will always have a wide selection of meals to satisfy you. Each to-go meal is priced under $7 to make our food very affordable. Be sure to stop and try a to-go meal. Clean Eats. It's a lifestyle.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Golden Knights and Spartans clashing it out. Men's lacrosse, two programs that are meeting for the first time ever on this platform, St. Rose and Tampa. It has not disappointed in the slightest. Thanks for tuning in. 73 seconds left. Golden Knights looking to get on the board. They'll go up against this ferocious Spartan defense that has been applying on-ball pressure throughout the duration of this first half. There is no differential between the shot and game clock, as St. Rose can hold for the final possession if they choose to do so. But they will be unable to do so because the Spartans collect the turnover, moving it downfield. Christian Bodrick. They got 30 to shoot, and the veteran head coach, Roy Whipple, urging his team as he will take a timeout to draw up a quick hitter. 26 seconds. Spartans lead 6-0. They'll look to tack on one more. We'll be back on TampaSpartans.tv before getting a quick word from Courtyard by Marriott.
For 42 minutes, he's been trying to bring an entire stadium to its feet. Why does he do it? For glory? Notoriety? We don't know. Frankly, we don't need to know. But much like this hero, Courtyard is all about the game.
1, 2, 3. Way! There's my guy. Yes. Go. Snacks. Yeah, man. Eat it up, and we're gonna burn it off doing the wave.
All right, back live at the University of Tampa. 26 seconds left to play in the opening half. Mastermind coach Roy Whipple finishing drawing up the quick hitter. I'm fully expecting to see a ball screen here, get some movement in the pick and roll action. And for Roy Whipple, he's got several options here he can go to. Let's see, on the field, Kilkowski, White, Wright, McEnany, as well as Mosher McGraw are the six on the offensive end for the Spartans. It will be Hanlon on the right wing with it. Colin White working the X. Nearby is Brian Wright, as Kilkowski, McEnany, and Moshe McGraw also on the field. Let's see what head coach Whipple just drew up. It's Hanlon to Moshe McGraw over to Kilkowski. Kilkowski uses the McEnany screen. It's Moshe McGraw to White. Colin White was looking in the neighborhood of Kilkowski. Nobody home. 10 seconds to go as the Golden Knights will have it. Let's see if they can do anything. John Van Deer throws it away. 4 seconds, and the Spartans, for all intents and purposes, will get a look as it sails wide left. 6-0 the score. We played 30 minutes at the University of Tampa. Be sure to stay with us. Approximately 10 minutes. The call of the second half. We'll be back on TampaSpartans.tv. Second half, Spartans and Golden Knights moments away, 6-0. The score after the first half. Let's recap how we got there. The first 7.5 minutes was a defensive grudge match before Owen Miller broke the scoring open via a Colin White feed. Richie Holly scored unassisted, and then the next 4 goals for the Spartans all came via the assist. Luke McEnany scored back-to-back from Wright and Hanlon, and then White found Kilkowski before McEnany found White. That gets us to where we're at, 6-0. Ross Dickerson has been a superstar. He has won 7 of the 8 face-offs. The lone face-off was a Cameron Knox win in the second period against Dickerson. Let's see, it's Knox versus Dickerson, and possession will be awarded to St. Rose. Machukas on the field defensively, replacing Dickerson. Golden Knights with the first possession.
And then he kind of bounced it a little bit. He kept going.
Jack Pemrick looking to escape the double team, finds an open teammate. The shot saved by Starr. It was a Kyle Mioli look. And if you're St. Rose, Kyle Mioli, one of those names, he's tied for the team lead with Marciano with 7 goals. He's one of the volume shooters for the Golden Knights. Injured player, it's Jordan Marciano down for St. Rose. We'll take a quick break on TampaSpartans.tv as Marciano is tended to. Let's get a quick word from Clean Eats.
Nowadays, more and more people are on the go. We are all busy with work and family. Clean Eats has a solution. At every Clean Eats location, we have grab-and-go coolers that are packed full of freshly made breakfast, lunch, and dinner meals. Whether you are a soccer mom, business person, athlete, or just someone that does not have time to prepare your own meals, Clean Eats has you covered. Our grab-and-go cooler will always have a wide selection of meals to satisfy you. Each to-go meal is priced under $7 to make our food very affordable. Be sure to stop and try a to-go meal. Clean Eats. It's a lifestyle.
Marciano took a hard fall to the ground, back on his feet, being tended to by the Golden Knight medical staff. We will keep you posted on his availability the remainder of this game. He's taking off some of his pads on his arms, so that is not a good sign. He's staying loose. Spartans retain possession. Shane Hanlon looking for the screen. He gets one from Moshe McGraw. Kilkowski to McEnany. Pass deflected. Colin White has 30 seconds on the shot clock. Good crowd here at the University of Tampa. We thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in on TampaSpartans.tv, spending part of your Saturday afternoon with us on what is a beautiful day. Shot from the southpaw Moshe McGraw. Airmails out of play. White was looking for Wright. Could not convert. That play and that cut was open. motoring downfield with it. Miola skies one into no man's land, and that is a silly, silly play as Badeau takes the turnover. Colin White slows it up. Fresh clock. McEnany will replace Phillips. Brian Wright using the screen from McEnany. Finds Kilkowski. Open White. Moshe McGraw in the direction of Colin White. Now Shane Hanlon with it. Penetrating the middle, Kilkowski dials it back, and Ryan Fleming, the freshman, collects the save. Brian Wright showing off the defense. Tampa has numbers. White airmails the pass to White. The Wright-White connection not there. Even though the Spartans unable to score there, their defense on the offensive end apparent. As that pass misses badly, and that will lead to a St. Rose timeout, and a good timeout by Jim Morrissey as St. Rose all out of whack. We'll take a quick timeout on TampaSpartans.tv. Get a quick word from Sodexo Dining.
It's not about any one thing. It's about how everything comes together, how it all connects. People, ideas, resources, community, everything. Quality of life services. That's what we do. Sodexo.
At DoubleTree by Hilton, we believe in nice. Not your okay, fine, just being polite kind of nice, but a genuine nice. The kind that's contagious, that you can't help but take with you. The kind of nice you want to share with others. But don't take our word for it. Come for a stay and help us prove nice travels. Book at DoubleTree.com.
Welcome back to the University of Tampa. Play ready to resume. No scoring through the first 3 minutes and 42 seconds here in the second half. Connor Moore, thanks for tuning in. Pleasure to have you with us. Let's see what changes the Golden Knights make following the timeout. They're still searching for their first goal of the game.
They found it. They were like, that's where it is.
They've had their hands full on the road against the fourth team in the nation.
And it's somewhat clean. Yeah.
An ankle breaker that time. Running in and out of trouble. Christian Boderick putting defenders on skates.
Stick.
Half-field offense with 50 on the shot clock for the Spartans. Cole Whitman trots on the field, defers.
That is really funny that they did that.
Open look. Miller thought better of it.
They weren't messing around.
They got it back. So. And I told them, I said, we don't need
Colin White
we don't need
flooding the lane. Orchestrating the offense. Wright finds Kilkowski. Give and go to Miller. pick and roll action. And an open look. Owen Miller book it. The Spartans continue their surge offensively from the left side. Let's watch it one more time. As Kilkowski used the Miller screen, a Golden Knight defender slipped to the ground, and that was the open path for Owen Miller. The exclamation point from there, and the Spartans up a touchdown and an extra point right now. 10:13 to go in the third period. Dominic Miola losing the face-off to Ross Dickerson. The footwork by Ross Dickerson on those face-offs could not teach it any better. Low man wins. He stays parallel and low to the ground and makes it look so easy, effortless. The senior, such a special contributor to this team is Ross Dickerson, the senior from Berlin, Maryland. Kilkowski from the left side, looking for a teammate. Risky pass that eventually gets to Brian Wright after it was deflected by two Golden Knight defenders. 26 on the shot clock. Charlie Bolesh finds Richie Holly. Richie Holly from downtown. Ripping Richie Holly for the second time today. As that one sails right by Fleming. Let's take a look one more time. Richie Holly, a laser beam. 8-0 the score.
Tampa goal scored by number 2, Richie Holly.
The grad student from Saddle River, New Jersey.
Number 23, Charlie Bullish. Holly from Bullish.
Bullish credited the assist via the pick and roll. Everything going the Spartans' way on this Saturday afternoon. Kilkowski to McEnany, and the Spartans were knocking on the door again. Here come a flurry of substitutions. It's Owen Miller as well as Cole Whitman. Got a 30-second push against Zachary Deacon for the Golden Knights. Man advantage Spartans. So a zone look now for St. Rose, and the Spartans will be able to get a favorable look. Brian Wright was right there, a matter of inches separating him and Fleming, and the freshman Fleming stood tall, made a fine save. So this penalty about to expire, and St. Rose about to get back to full strength. Spartans in Golden Knight territory as they have a fresh shot clock, working it side to side. Right to Bolish. A two-play catch. Now with it, Miller. Miller finds Kilkowski. Right back to Miller. Miller down the lane, and he finds an open Jake Mosher McGraw. The heads-up vision by Owen Miller to Jake Mosher McGraw, 9-zip, Tampa. Mentioned earlier, the Spartans average 16 goals per game. They're well on their way. 9 at the moment. We still have 22 minutes and 24 seconds to play. Can only wonder what the Spartans might be able to do. As a Ross Dickerson will actually succeed to Devin Hess, and Devin Hess, who gives Ross Dickerson a breather from time to time again, gets the job done. And you'll see this from time to time again when the score is lopsided like it is right now. Both Devin Hess as well Brian Wright driving down the field. You'll see Hess and Whitaker to relieve Dickerson in the face-off duties. Spartans moving the ball exceptionally well. They do not have anything to show for it that time down the field, as the Golden Knights will cross the timeline with it. Possessing it, John Laughlin. He's been busy today on both ends of the field. Alexander Starr, the save. Fundamentally sound. Greg Walsh, isolated, was defended by Matthew Badeau as he defers. Shake and bake. Jack Pemerick got the shot off, but Alexander Starr with his 4th save of the day. Spartans push it downfield. Kilkowski working the X. Miller and Bolish back on the field, as is Mastro. Miller with the slap shot. Four and a half to go in the third period. Miller to Mastro. Southpaw right swings it to Cole Whitman. Whitman thought about it. Now to right. Spartans moving the ball so well. Miller locks and loads. Deflected by the Golden Knight defense. And that's a superb play by Ben Follows, the freshman from Saratoga Springs, as he finds an open cutter. It's Marciano. Marciano has been quiet today. The senior attackman leads the team with 7 goals, has only taken 2 shots, as he has been held in check. Pemerick. Another save by Alexander Starr. Drew Carpino, the sophomore from Kingston, had a look from the middle, but Alexander Starr has gotten a piece of every shot that has been sent his way. Tampa out shooting St. Rose 35-10 right now. And they have won 9 of the 12 face-offs. 8 have been won by Ross Dickerson, 1 by Devin Hess. Whereas Knox has won 3 of 8 for the Golden Knights. Souza is 0 for 4. Rich Holly. Richie Holly on over. Shot from Curran, corralled by Fleming. Approaching 2 minutes left in the third period. 9-0 Spartans. Once again, Jack Pemrick, the junior from Greenwich. Pemrick's shot hit the crossbar. St. Rose has been close a few times now, but still scoreless on the day. Perrott muscling his way down the lane, turns it over. It's a loose ball. "95 seconds left in the quarter. John Laughlin working the tightrope. Pemrick a look. Just misses left. That shot right there was the best look of the game for the Golden Knights. And Johnny on the spot, Rory Whipple, takes a timeout. He does not like what he saw, that defensive lapse by the Spartans. We have currently 82 seconds left in the third period. We'll take a break on TampaSpartans.tv. A quick word from Crown Plaza.
First of all, very flattered that everybody would come. Thank you very much. Does anybody have any questions before we move on?
Do you remember the girl wearing the Gold Phil shirt following you around?
Yeah.
It's me.
I
It's
do.
been me on several occasions.
I started papering my cubicle with pictures of you.
Do you have a picture of the shrine? I mean, I'd love to see it.
I've got a mental picture of it, and it
I do
seems
too.
pretty weird.
Yeah, a little bit.
I believe that I have a happy marriage because of you, because sometimes I do a little substitution, you know, just mentally.
Whoa.
But
Anyway, Mike, let's...
Back live at the University of Tampa. 9-0 the score. Spartans ahead of the Golden Knights. Connor Moore, thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Entertaining game thus far. And the Spartans have put forth a defensive clinic, holding St. Rose to 12 shots on the day. And of those 12 shots from the Golden Knights, only 4 have been on net. Of those 4 that have been on net, Alexander Starr has been everywhere. He has corralled every shot sent his way. And now, with that, we have a change in net. It's Blake Ulmer, the freshman goaltender, out for the Spartans. So that timeout by Rory Whipple was to relieve Alexander Starr, and the senior Alexander Starr was exceptional today in net, and I like this decision by Roy Whipple as we have 1 minute left in the third period. This is a good time when you have a 9-goal lead to empty the bench and get some players who usually do not see the field too often to get those repetitions. And speak of the devil, Mr. Ulmer, his first action of the game, delivers a fantastic save. Give credit to Blake Ulmer, freshman from Naples. And finally, the St. Rose Golden Knights find the back of the net, 9-1.
St. Rose Golden Knights goal by number 18, Drew Carpino. Carpino unassisted for St. Rose.
Unassisted goal for Drew Carpino, and funny enough, right before that timeout by Roy Whipple, Carpino had a look. He was unabated, right wing. He was about 6 feet away and just missed it left. That time, about the same spot on the field. Carpino doesn't miss twice. St. Rose on the board. And exactly 3.5 seconds after St. Rose scores, the Spartans reach double digits. Let's watch it live.
Tampa goal, number 12, Devin Hess.
Devin Hess wins his second faceoff. He was not stopped. And as a result, Devin Hess, on a mission, slings one past Ryan Fleming. 10-1 Spartans. That goal scorer, Devin Hess, back out for the third time, and Hess wins the faceoff. As Zachary Deacon forces Hess to turn it over, and then Eddie Baker turns it over for the Golden Knights. Kudos to Casey Platnick for forcing the takeaway. This will conclude the third period of play. Spartans lead 10-1 on TampaSpartans.tv. We'll head to the final 15 minutes right after this. Start at 1. Emily probably put the ball in play. Welcome back to the University of Tampa. 15 minutes separate the Spartans from improving to 6-0 on the season. Mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, Spartans in the midst of what will be a 4-game homestand, taking on St. Rose March 11th at 8. They'll host St. Olive. Week from today at 1, They'll host Emmanuel from Georgia. And then March 18th, 8 p.m. showtime, marquee matchup, Colorado Mesa will come to town. That game should be the highlight of your calendars, ladies and gentlemen, because I'll tell you, Colorado Mesa, one of the best teams in the country, as are the Tampa Spartans. So that will be an exciting one. 10-1 the score is where we are at right now. Devin Hess out to take the face-off. He will go up against Logan Souza. Souza and Hess. And scooping it up. Momentarily for the Spartans. Just as Reed Cronus collects it. Here come the St. Rose Golden Knights opening possession of the fourth quarter.
Oh, really? There's a lot of clay in the press box. So much.
40 seconds for St. Rose to shoot.
I go in there, yeah, and I leave like I look like a
They've been unable to penetrate the lane as the Spartans applying ball pressure throughout, making things difficult. Marciano got a quality look, but Jordan Marciano unable to make an indent on today's game. Spartans working in their own territory. Casey Platnick. Worth mentioning, softball, the Tampa women's softball team is leading Florida Southern 2-1, bottom of the second over in Lake.
He's quite terrible.
And the Spartans deliver another 11-1 the score as Mark Whitaker trots out to take the face-off. It has been all Tampa this afternoon. Let's watch it one more time. Brian Wright setting up his teammate.
Tampa goal scored by number 1, Cambry Hildman.
Cambry Hildman, sophomore from Liverpool, making the most of his extended run on the field.
Tampa leads 11-1.
So of the 11 goals for the Spartans, 8 of them have been assisted. 3 players, Miller, Holly, and McEnany, have multi-goal games. And 8 Spartans have scored. And give Brian Wright a lot of credit. He's taken 5 shots. He's been unable to find the back of the net, but has distributed 2 assists, and his inability to score has not slowed down his rhythm offensively as he's stayed aggressive and has made the correct reads and progressions, allowing to that assist. 11-1. Spartans in cruise control right now. Hildman again, met by 2 Golden Knights, turns it over. 11:40 to go. Marciano looking to get going still, as Nick Perrott swarms him. Fantastic on-ball defense. Get in a stance, head on a swivel. These Spartan defenders, so fundamental. They do not miss a beat. Cannot reiterate enough their discipline on this end of the field. Truly spectacular. And Perrott, again, is relentless with that check. The double team comes, loose ball, collected by Mioli. Spin move, Greg Walsh. Guarded by Cormac McCarthy. Marciano calls for it, looking for the screen. He gets it. Pick and roll action. Permick unable to roll as that one broken up by the Spartans. Fabulous on-ball defense in the help side from Michael Lucchesi. The double team, as a flag flies from Chris Vahey. Let's see what the whistle is. Looks like it'll go against the Spartans. It will. So the Golden Knights will find themselves with a favorable opportunity in the half field to work with 10-12 to go in regulation.
1 minute slash 1 minute.
I believe the call will be a 1-minute slash. Appears to be the case. Max Druitt.
Number 59, Max Druitt.
Junior from Sarasota, guilty of the slash. So a chance for Jim Morrissey, probably the best opportunity of the game on the offensive end, to manufacture a goal or two. Spartans getting in the passing lanes despite going up against the man advantage for St. Rose. And acrobatic shot, Connor Kinney, freshman from Owego. The second goal of the game for St. Rose comes at the 9:36 mark.
A Golden Knight goal by number 4, Connor Kinney.
Assist to Greg Walsh.
Number 31, Greg Walsh.
Freshman to freshman. Auburn to Owego.
Tampa 11, St. Rose 2.
There's an acrobatic shot as well from Kinney off 1 foot, fading away. And against the top 5 team, you need to make plays. See it that time on display. Face off between Whitaker and Souza. Still loose as Whitaker ahead to Jordan Bobo. Officially, Alexander Starr's contest will conclude. A clean sheet, 3 saves, no goals allowed, in just over 40 minutes and 19 seconds on the field. Bruce and I usually speak about this when the Spartans are up this type of number late in the game. An opportunity for the reserves to make an impression. You're not a typical starter. Perhaps you're overlooked time and time again. Perfect scenario. You have 8 minutes on the field. You get an opportunity on this platform with the coaches paying close attention. If you're able to make the most out of this, who knows? Maybe you're able to crack a name for yourself in the rotation at some point. So let's see. These are critical minutes, of course, for several Spartan players who are not on the field usually at this point in the game. With it for the Spartans, Neil Calkin. 7.5 to go in regulation. Possessing Andre Gutierrez, freshman from Endicott. Lucia on over. With it now is Laughlin. Pick and roll. Laughlin to Pemrick. Drew Carpino finds an open teammate. It's Greg Walsh working the X. Carpino thought about it. Now to Pemrick. Two-man game. Give and go. Carpino muscling his way down the lane. There, a flag flies. As the Golden Knights able to score. It's Greg Walsh from the left side. Let's see what the penalty is first. Greg Walsh delivers the goal for St. Rose. It comes at the 6:28 mark. As Whitaker and Souza back out to take the face-off.
Assist credited to number 23, John Laughlin. Walsh from Laughlin.
Laughlin, the junior, able to connect with Walsh, the freshman. The penalty on the Spartans will be a 1-minute slash on Carson Lee's, sophomore from Parkland. Whitaker able to win the faceoff as we near 6 minutes to go. All three goals for St. Rose have come against Blake Ulmer in net.
1 minute penalty has been assisted to Tampa number 40, Carson Lee, for slash.
"20 seconds on the Lee's penalty. The Spartans can milk the clock down. That's exactly what they're going to do. Kilkowski will walk it behind the net. Now a double team comes from the Golden Knights. So that inspires Kilkowski to move it out of there before he gets it right back. Playing catch are Kilkowski and Jack Baldwin. Scott Phillips replaced by Cabri Hildman. As Neil Calkin on. The Lee's penalty expires. 8 seconds on the shot clock. A fine save by Fleming. St. Rose crosses the timeline with Carpino as we're under 5 minutes left. Defensive tenacity on display by Matthew Badeau. There is a change in net for the Golden Knights. Griffin Weir will replace Ryan Fleming. So Fleming's day done. We're now in net. Here's Connor Kinney, one of the goal scorers today for St. Rose. He's challenged by Nick Ianu. And now B.J. Borowski in net for the Spartans. So Rory Whipple has thrown out 3 goaltenders today. Alexander Starr, we've seen, Blake Ulmer, and now B.J. Borowski. The Spartans score once again at the 3:51 mark as they march down the field. It's Jack Baldwin from Colin White. So Jack Baldwin making the most of his time on the field.
And a goal scored by number 7, Jack Baldwin.
And I'll tell you, Colin White and Brian Wright have been exceptional facilitators today. This has been one of those games where the flow has not needed nor demanded a high-volume scoring performance by either of those sensations. And give credit to both of those high flyers for the Spartans for expanding their role as Whitaker wins the faceoff for the Spartans. They've played second fiddle. And looking at it now, Colin White, he scored 1 goal, but he has 3 assists. And then Brian Wright with 2 assists. And most importantly, 12 goals for Tampa. 9 of those 12 have been assisted on. So no rush whatsoever for the Spartans. Clock management, however, with the reserves in the game and the potential for the double team, expect to see an aggressive turn as a shot misses wide right. It was taken by Connor Fitzgerald, Jr. from Pittsburgh. Neil Calkin keeps it in play, finds an open Wyatt Fruland wearing 42. And we are all aware of who used to wear number 42 for the Spartans. That was Andrew Q, an All-American and an all-time great in the program. Shot just left from Evan Killen as we have 2.5 to go. Fruland as Calkin muscles his way in. Shot saved by Weir. It was loose momentarily. Give credit to Anthony Semino, who charged and had a quality follow-up look. Golden Knights able to take the possession. Moving across the timeline, Logan Souza. Two minutes left. 12-3 Tampa. With the win, the Spartans will improve to 6-0 on the year. Golden Knights, nearing the loss, would fall to 3-1. Shot sails high. Borowski got a piece of it. Mentioned how the Spartans will be back in action against Mount Olive on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Face-off. As for St. Rose, a week from today at 4 p.m., they'll host in Albany Bentley as Borowski able to make a fine save on the shot from Cam Smith. Loose ball. Who's going to get there as there's 45 seconds left. The shot clock is off. Spartans have it, 30 seconds left. They can run the clock out if they choose so, or they can attack. Let's see. They're in attack mode and moving downfield and scoring. A goal for the Spartans is Neil Kalkin, the freshman. With 17 seconds left, Kalkin from the right wing penetrates the middle, finds the back of the net.
Goal by number 19, Neil Kalkin. Kalkin unassisted for Tampa. The Spartans lead 13-3.
Here's Drew Snellbaker to take the final face-off of the game for the Spartans. He'll go up against Cameron Knox. For Neil Kalkin, freshman, making a play late. Spartans lead back to double digits. Knox wins the face-off. Final 10 seconds. Let's see if the Golden Knights can score one more before the clocks hit 0. And Borowski makes the save. This score will go final. The Spartans defeat the Golden Knights 13-3. A complete 60 minutes put forward by Rory Whipple's crew. And this Tampa team is legitimate, ladies and gentlemen. They are 6-0, currently number 4th in the nation. And they are playing as well as anybody right now across the country. What a combined performance by the Spartans. Let's break it down goal by goal, how we got to this 13-3 final. It all started Owen Miller from Colin White. Richie Holly unassisted. Luke McEnany scored consecutive goals via Brian Wright and Shane Hanlon assists. Harry Kilkowski got on the board, made it 5-0 on a pass from Colin White. Then Colin White scored from McEnany. Miller unassisted. Holly from Bolish. Moshe McGraw made it 9-0 from Miller. Carpino and Hess scored back-to-back. Brian Wright found Cabry Hildman. Greg Walsh found Connor Kinney. John Laughlin found Greg Walsh. Colin White found Jack Baldwin. And then Neil Kalkin took it himself. And those are the 13 goals for your Spartans. As for the Golden Knights, Greg Walsh, Connor Kinney, and Drew Carpino, the 3 goal scorers for St. Rose. We saw 3 goaltenders in net for the Spartans. Alexander Starr was a rock star in the 40 minutes he was out there. Stopped 3 shots sent his way. Blake Ulmer stopped 1, surrendered 3 goals. B.J. Borowski accumulated a save. And then the final 16 seconds for the Spartans, it was Mike Lapointe who recorded a save. So we had 4 goaltenders for the Spartans in net. Give credit to Coach Roy Whipple's crew. From top to bottom, from starters to reserves, they got the job done. And at the end of the day, a double-digit victory. Spartans will feel good about that one as they move forward. 3 more home games before the Spartans take on a road trip. Connor Moore, thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Pleasure to have you with us. Spartans defeat the Golden Knights from the University of Tampa. Have a great rest of your day.